Hello, hello. Happy Saturday night, y'all. We got 1 week left in this month. Just thinking about what the month was. In May, I cannot believe that May is almost over. I feel like I was just getting ready to leave to show you all this stuff, and now the month is ending. It's crazy. It's time for other things to be due now. It's like the cycle just keeps going. So hello, hello. If you, hey Esther, I just saw your response to my last video. So yeah, thank you. And also, I agree. The kimono washi, that whole page with that washi tape on it was my favorite. So we are on the same page. I love all of it, of course, but yeah, those are going to be some showstoppers, of course. And y'all, my live tonight. Hey, Deborah. Hello there. My live tonight is going to be it until I find something else to do with y'all. And then also because this is all that I have left is what I'm going to share with you tonight. So I am excited to show you my final things. I cannot believe it took me almost 2 weeks to get through it all. But well, no, not almost. It was. Today is I've been numbering the lives. So this is the 14th one. That's literally 2 weeks. And I have like 4 or 5 things to show you because this is just what I have left. I will tell you, I have some things I'm gonna share um maybe in time. Like I have some gift items from Ayaka, my Japanese teacher. We exchanged gifts when we got to Japan, and so I do want to share some of that, but not like opening her gift online. And then what was the other thing? Oh, I got 2 outfits in Japan. They are not kimonos. They are regular everyday clothes that I found in one of their department stores. And so I'm probably just going to take pictures in the clothes and share them with y'all. So that's probably what is to come in the future. Other than that, I don't have any like other little product things to share. I've opened it all for Deborah and for you all to see. No problem, Deborah. Listen, when you ask me for something, I try my best to make it happen because Deborah, I just love you, girl. I'm going to say it publicly. You show up for me in ways I don't even think I knew you before I met you officially in Texas a few years ago. And ever since then, you are just amazing. You are a blessing, girl. I just want you to know that. Um, the way you love people and show up for people and look out for people, even though I joke around about how you enable others, you are an enabler. But you are such a caring enabler that we don't mind. So, yeah, and even just how you do things randomly for me, that means a lot to me. I don't think you know. Like sometimes I feel I personally am in a position where a lot of people ask me for things. They're always asking me for things. They want me to send them something, email them something, send them happy mail, teach an art class, be on the PR team. Can you share my product? Everybody's always asking me for something. When you reach out to me, oh my gosh, you're reaching out to offer me something. I don't get that a lot. And I just want to tell you that means so, so, so much to me. So when you reach out and you say things and you just like, oh, you just going to send it? Yes, I am. I'm just going to send it, or I'm just going to do it for you. Or you just want to see all my stuff? I will do that for you, Deborah, because that stuff people don't forget. People don't forget how you treat them. And I'll never forget how you're always offering first, not asking first. So I just wanted to say that to you publicly, Deborah. Yep, you're getting flowers in the chat. Yes, she is the best. She is the best. Um, so when Deborah was like, no, you're not taking a picture of all your stuff from Japan and putting it in your stories. I want to see every little piece of a thing that you brought home. So here is the final piece, Deborah. outside of my outfits. So I'm first going to start with, I think what I'm getting ready to show you is not over because I started something that I probably shouldn't have. It's a little bit Kelly's fault. Kelly Bangs, if y'all know her. She was on the trip with us. And so she and Paula were at every Starbucks. They were like, we got to get the Starbucks cup that goes with this city. And so I was like, oh, I don't need all that. And then I also had purchased one cup. And oh, you are so welcome, Deborah. I bought one cup and I said, this is sufficient. Hi, Susan. Welcome, honey. And no, by the time we got to Osaka, y'all, I was like, oh man, I should have did it too. Yo, the FOMO was real. So in Osaka, I started something that I shouldn't have started. Paula, who led this trip, she is Crafty Destinations on Instagram. She's gonna help me complete my circle because she goes back and forth between Japan frequently. She works for United Airlines. And I was only able to get one of the three that we went to, and she's gonna go back and get the other two for me. So, but also, I'm trying to tell myself, LaQuisha, you will be okay if you don't get those other two cups. But these are the Starbucks cups that you get when you go to specific cities, and you can only purchase those cups in those cities. So, but what I did discover, y'all, don't tell Paula, because if she can't, get back quick enough with my cups, I might just go in and get them on Amazon. I found them on Amazon, y'all, but I'm trying to hold out. I'm trying to hold out. Praise the Lord. So here we go. I'm gonna show you my one cup first that I got from Osaka. So it has artwork on it. It is exclusive to Starbucks. It has artwork on it that represents Osaka. Let me start with the side that says Osaka. So you can see here, and make sure it's focused, all the little things that it's known for. So one of the biggest things on here that I won't forget about Osaka in this past trip is having some octopus balls. That is that's where it like originated, I believe. And then we also had ramen there, which was fun. And let me see, do they have anything on more? Look, the octopus balls are a thing, y'all. That's what that represents on this cup. But here is all of the images that were drawn for Osaka. And then that area that we were in, gosh, I can't remember the name of that river, but we explored this when we went also. So, and I like that the inside is this color. Also, when you go to all the cities, not only do they have these individual like drawings with the city and all the symbols that represent the area, but they also have different colored themes. Like one of them's pink and green. I think there's another one. I cannot remember the colors of it. You said, is that a shark? Girl, listen, don't get me the line. I don't know. It looks like it could be, but this flat face in the front, maybe not. I'm not sure. We're gonna have to do some research, Esther. You and I, we're gonna do it together. And I cannot remember how much this was, but it's a part of a series called Been There series. So it's a whale shark. Thanks, Susan. I wonder, do you know why? Because I didn't hear anything about sharks while I was in Osaka. What was I getting ready to say, y'all? I don't remember how much they cost. But if you visit a place that has Starbucks and it's for lack of better words, a touristy area, see if they have these cups that cater to that area that you can purchase to represent your trip. Okay, so this is the Osaka cup. The other two that I need to get are Tokyo and Kyoto. Those are the other two cities I've been to in Japan. And Paul is working on that for me. But Let me show you what I bought that I was trying to hold on to prevent me from trying to get all these cups, y'all. Because my husband does not want another cup in this house. You should see our cupboard. If you've ever been to the Rainbow Craft House in Kansas for a retreat, the inside of my cabinet looks like the outside wall where those cups were hanging up. And my husband is over it. He's like, you only drink 1 cup of coffee a day, or I might drink multiple cups, but I'll use 1 cup. But I got about 50,000 cups downstairs that I can choose from. Y'all, I like cups. So, this one I bought in, where did we go when I went in that Starbucks that night and laughed with that little girl? I think we were in Kyoto. It could have been Tokyo. One of those two. It was not Osaka, I know that. But I bought this one tumbler because I was like, that all I need is a tumbler that says Japan. That encompasses the entire country, and therefore I don't need all the individual cities. Well, they still got me. Right, Deborah? He just doesn't get it. So this one represents all of Japan. I'm trying to pull it back enough so you can see all the images on here. And look at these colors. It's like a lemon yellow with a light pale pink coloring and gray. These colors together. And this is also a coffee cup, but different, y'all, like tumbler kind. And I also have a million of these. But whatever, I'm carrying this around, taking this to work, just so everybody know. Did you go? Yes, I did. Look, they already know, because y'all know I talk about it all day long with no regrets. Okay, so here, let's look at these images together. So there's lots of cherry blossoms, because y'all know that's what Japan is known for. We see Mount Fuji here. I think Daruma, this is one of their little symbolic spiritual representations. That's all I can say right now, because twice, Deborah, twice. They're about to be 3. I pray. I hope. If they don't shut the country down before we get there. Yes, I did. That's right, Esther. So we got here is the little, I don't know what it's officially called, but it looks like a little whisk, but you use it to make matcha. So that's down here at the bottom with a little Starbucks cup. And then y'all know Neko-san cat. They love cats in Japan. So there's a cat on here with some sushi. These are mochi balls, but they call it something specific, and I keep forgetting the official name. Ayaka tells me every time I talk to her, I'd be like, "Oh, look at the mochi." She says, "Yeah," and then she'll say the real name, and I'm like, "Oh yeah, right, that." We saw these hanging above or around Skytree. They were having a festival, or it was Golden Week, and these were hanging so beautifully all around. It was just so cool to see. I think I got a video of it. I don't know if it's in one of my reels or not. And then this is a sumo wrestler. I love the little butterflies in here. So here's a whole one, and then here's a fluttering one. And then of course you got your is that ramen? I want to say it's ramen. More butterflies and more cherry blossoms. And of course the little fish, koi fish. Y'all, I love this. This is just enough for me. What I wish they would have put on here is a little like kimono lady. I would have liked to have seen a Japanese woman in a kimono on here, but I'm satisfied. I got plenty of stickers of them, so I'll be good. Praise the Lord. This is my show off cup. This is my yes I did cup. Okay, so those are the 2 cups I got. Remember I told you I'll leave the lids off so y'all can still see them, but I had only 2 cups and then 2 popcorn buckets. But before I show you the popcorn buckets, I want to show you on that final day before we left to go to the airport, the last day we were in Japan, we went to a museum called Cup Noodles. So y'all are very familiar. Hey, Kelly, where you been all my life, girl? We went to Cup Noodles Museum. Y'all, that was a cool doggone place. I'm telling you, I will tell you the truth. When Paula suggested that at first, I was like, I wasn't like not wanting to go, but I wasn't like super hype about it either, right? And so I was like, but I'm going if y'all going, because I ain't missing nothing, right? So we took a train there. It was a little rainy. We did a lot of walking, and we get there, and the manholes on the ground were beautiful. The building was huge. You go inside, there's a huge cup of noodles, like multiple huge cups of noodles. A literal museum that you can walk through, read about the history of how the noodles started and where it is now. They had an example of the way cup noodles looked from the very beginning all the way to the present. That was cool to see. I love cup noodles. Probably, yeah, I know. I don't know. When I was growing up, I'm gonna tell y'all the truth. I was always taught that cup noodles were not good for you. Also, y'all, we didn't call it cup noodles. Paula corrected Kelly and I on the trip because we were like, "Are we going to the cup of noodles? Cup of noodles?" And she was like, "It's not cup of noodles, it's cup noodles." And we were like, "No, it's cup of noodles." We get there. It's definitely cup noodles. That's what it says right there. So, and here's my bag from the museum. I wanted to show y'all that also. It's literally called Cup Noodles Museum. So what I purchased was not huge, but when she asked me if I wanted a bag, I said yes, because my plan was to cut this up. This is double-sided. It has the same thing on both sides, and I was like, oh, this is good for cutting out and putting in my journal, of course. And then there was no cup noodles. Really, Susan? No, what do you mean no cup noodles? Cause they Susan, I think somebody told you a story. They were there. You just didn't get any. Those cup noodles in that museum went back to, oh shucks, I can't even remember the year. Oh, I'm trying to remember, but oh my gosh, it went back so far. I didn't even realize it was like that historic. But oh, is it on here? No. Maybe I can look it up later, but yeah, we didn't really have this in my house growing up, and then when I went to college, y'all know this is like college food, real heavy. We would buy like a box of cup noodles and eat that over time until they ran out, and then you went out and get another box. So, um, inside this bag, what I got from the factory for my journaling and for memorabilia was cup noodles washi tape, y'all. So I do have more than 20. I had what I did last night, what I opened last night, and then I had the couple of Miffy rolls that you saw in the previous haul video. I made my own version with spaghetti. Oh, chap, go ahead, Susan, show out, girl. Listen, I wish I could go here and tell y'all I made my own noodles, child. I don't even heat stuff in the microwave hardly. Oh gosh, don't talk about me, y'all. My husband loves me, and God knew what I needed. But I don't cook at all. I wish I could say that, Susan. Um, but when we were leaving the factory, y'all gotta keep in mind this is the last day that we're in Japan. Last full day we're in Japan. I'm now very conscientious of how much space I have left in my luggage to pack anything. My stuff was, for the most part, already packed. And so I told Paula and Kelly before we even got to that museum, y'all, I'm not buying a whole bunch of stuff because I ain't got nowhere to put it. Here I go, getting this. But I had to get something, y'all, because the experience was awesome and I wanted something for my journal. So my idea was, not only am I going to use this washi tape that has, so this first one is regular cup noodles washi, and it has all the little ingredients that you'll see on the top of your cup noodles when you pull the lid back, like shrimp and the onions and all that kind of stuff. That's all what's on this washi. And then there's a seafood cup noodle, and it just says it on repeat here. That is the flavor that I got in my custom cup, which I'm getting ready to show you. And then there was also curry, which Paula and Kelly were like super excited about. All they wanted was curry the whole trip, not just for their cup noodles. And then this also has like the washi tape looks like a repeat of the curry label just wrapped around. So I was going to use the washi tape in my journaling, but also cut this cardstock. It's supposed to be something that you pull the washi off of, but I'm just going to cut that up and use it to decorate my spread. So I thought that would be fun. And back to my cup noodles. You see, I'm still saying it. So this is the cup. Normally when you buy these, you won't see my factory on there. The yellow part is usually removed. You would see the rest of this cup noodles ingredients, of course, in English or your language. And the rest would be the same. So because this is from the factory, it has my factory on the front and just on this part. And then what happens is you go in, you put the money in the machine to get your empty cup. And you get 20 minutes to sit at a table and then you get to decorate your cup. So I'm sitting there, y'all, like we got these markers and stuff at the table, and I'm like, I don't know what to put on this cup. So I just put what came to my mind first. So I drew myself in a black and white striped shirt. This is a running joke between Kelly, Paula, and I, because while we were in Japan, we saw so many people in black and white stripes because they more than likely will wear very neutral colors. And so I guess this pattern is just very common there. So I put that shirt on me with one of the statements I often say, which is praise the Lord. And then they told us to put the date on here so that we would know when the contents would expire. Did y'all know that cup noodles expires? I had no clue. I thought you could just throw these bad boys in the closet and get with them when you're ready. But no, they told us in 30 days, if you don't eat it in 30 days, just keep it as a souvenir, basically. And so I also drew a thought bubble with the Japanese flag inside and just added little decorations around. I put these numbers on here randomly because I was just trying to fill in that white space there. And these were basically the two room numbers I had in Kyoto and Osaka. It was 402 and 302, which I thought was cool. And one of them is my birthday. So I just added those numbers for fun. Now, when you do all of that, then you get to the counter and they ask you what kind of broth you want. So that's between like the three washes I showed you. You can either get the beef broth, which is the regular cup noodles. You can get seafood broth or you can get curry broth. And then I think they let us pick 3 or 4 toppings. Y'all hear my toppings in there? So that's like when you pull the lid back and you see all your little shrimp and corn and all that stuff you might have selected. So we got to select that and watch her, use a spoon to pick it up and put it inside, along with our seasoning for the broth. So I picked seafood broth along with shrimp, corn, onion, and something else. It was very basic. I didn't think outside the box at all, just being honest. I also thought that we were going to be forced to eat this while we were at the factory. I had no idea that they were going to seal this the way real cup noodles are sealed. So now I'm torn. I don't know if I should actually eat them, or keep this as a souvenir. So I'm still debating that, and I have time because y'all see. I got till next month around the end of the first week before this is going to be a permanent souvenir. So that was our cup noodle museum experience. I thoroughly enjoyed it. I'm so glad we went, even though I was like a little like, why are we going to look at noodles in a museum, y'all? Woo, child, me and my thoughts sometimes. But it was amazing. I do love learning. I am a teacher, for those of you who don't know, but I sometimes just, I turn it off. So I'm now going to show you my 2 popcorn buckets. Hey, Aisha. Thank you. They Kelly was peeping over at me around the time that I was wrapping up my drawing. She said, "Queen, you just drew that? Just like straight drew that? Just out of nowhere?" I said, "Kelly, it's a bunch of lines. It's a circle, some lines. Like it wasn't, I don't know. It wasn't, to me, it wasn't all that, but she just went on and on. And I was like, okay, sis." Okay, y'all. Let me tell you about Disney, Tokyo Disney. First of all, I'd never been to Disney World before going to Japan. I still have not been to an American Disney World, and so I have nothing to compare my experience to Tokyo Disney to. That's the first thing. I didn't know about popcorn buckets. I didn't know that wasn't a thing in America. Like I said, mentioned it when I came back, and people like popcorn buckets, like they didn't know what I was talking about. So I don't know. All I know is Tokyo Disney. I don't know other Disneys. But I love the culture of the popcorn buckets. Last year when we went, I wasn't a huge Deborah. I'm not a huge like I don't like watch Disney movies or anything. I know the storylines of, the basic ones like Beauty and the Beast and stuff like that. But, like when new Disney movies come out and stuff, I'm not like running to the theater or nothing like that. And so last year, I'll tell y'all this story real quick. Everybody went downstairs to meet for the trip. I'm thinking we walking around a theme park, so I'm going to be comfortable. I get downstairs and everybody is decked out Disney. And so I'm standing there in just regular jeans and a white shirt. And I was like, oh. And they were like, "Oh, are you not a Disney fan?" I was like, "Well, I didn't want to say I wasn't, but I didn't want to say I was. Like, don't give me a pop quiz because I might not pass it. But like, if you ask me what color Snow White wore versus Belle, yeah, I can answer that." So that's where I was before we left. By the time we got back to the hotel, y'all, I had a Mickey hoodie, Mickey ears and sequin. I had a popcorn bucket hanging off my left side and a popcorn bucket hanging off my right side. By the time I left Tokyo Disney last year, I was a full-blown Disney fan. I don't care what nobody says. So when I went back this year, I was mentally prepared. I even came with my own ears this time. I brought my same sequin ears that I had last year. And so, but this year I came back and I said, I'm only getting one popcorn bucket. That's not what happened. So here we go. Me lying to myself again. This is my first popcorn bucket that I got. No, was this the first one? I believe this was the second one, y'all. I am as old as Disney lady, been born 3 weeks. You are not old, Susan. You are young and spicy. You up here making your own noodles, girl. So I think I bought this second because the first one I really loved. The first one was supposed to be the only one. But when I saw the front of this Minnie Mouse bucket, I was like, oh, I gotta have her because she looked like me. I just feel like this is my mornings. Like, oh, look in the mirror, get your outfit together, drink your little coffee or tea, have your little journaling time. I just felt like this was my vibe. And it's very pretty. I like pretty. And so I was like, yep, let me go ahead and get that. Oh my gosh. And then the ear says Minnie loves fashion. Um, oh yes, Susan. There was one more bucket I wanted to get, but I'm already walking around with two hanging off me. I was like, LaQuisha Hall, there is not a reason why you need three popcorn buckets and you ain't even got no kids. Girl, calm down. So I had to breathe and say it's okay if I don't have that one. So I settled for two again this year. So I guess the running theme is every time I go to Japan, I'll probably get two. So here's what it looks like on the inside. Not real. I was planning to use it like to store maybe some little art supplies or something. It's not real wide and deep or anything. There is one that I thought I was going to get, which opened kind of like a pencil pouch. It had a little bit more space. But yeah, I actually, because my Japanese teacher, Ayaka, she was able to spend the day with us at Disney. And so she didn't buy a popcorn bucket. And because, yeah, Deborah, that's what I was thinking, to put some washi in here, and specifically washi from Japan. I thought that would be appropriate so that if I'm looking just for my newer washi, I could just look in this one spot. Because I already had one popcorn bucket before I bought this one. I asked Ayaka to pick the popcorn that she would like to snack on, and she carried this bucket actually all day. So I didn't actually literally have both of these hanging off me. She was wearing this one, I was wearing the other one. And then when we just departed from each other, she just gave it to me. I also have one more thing to tell y'all. When we were getting off the train, there was a little bit of popcorn left in here. And y'all know Japan is very, very clean. I dropped this bucket on the train right when we had to exit. And when I tell you it felt so loud, so hard, and popcorn came out and fell on the ground, but I had to get off the train because I didn't want it to keep going. Everybody else had already gotten off. And when I tell you I couldn't even sleep that night, I felt terrible because I know those people hated me because of them popcorn kernels that I left on that floor. But I could not clean the floor because the train doors was closing. So I got a little bit of trauma from this bucket, but I got through it. I told Paula and Kelly all night, I said, oh my gosh, I probably should have just stayed on the train, got off on the next stop and cleaned it or something. And they were like, no, it's okay. They're going to handle it. Don't worry about it. And I was like, no, I got to keep it clean. I got to keep Japan clean. Like I was so stressed. Oh my gosh. So yeah, I had a little accident. It wasn't a big accident, but it was too much of an accident for Japan. So got that off my chest. Okay, I believe that God has forgiven me and I am moving on with my life. But back to the buckets. Here is this was my first one, and this was the popcorn truck bucket. So first, did y'all see? Wait, I wanted to show you something else about the mini one. The mini strap says, "Listen, I tried my best, Deborah. I tried my best. I carried my trash all day. I wiped my hand with my own towel in the bathroom. I get to the end of the day and drop some kernels on the train. Lord have mercy. Um, this repeats over and over again. It says, "What's your favorite fashion style? Mine is cute and classy." It says it over and over on the strap of the mini bucket. But this one has little just little treats, candies, cookies. It kind of reminds me of Christmas a little bit. And it's almost in a rainbow structure. So you can see here where the Mickey head is, it's like red, orange, then it gets yellow, green, blue. So it kind of looks a little rainbowy. And then inside the strap, it says, "Enjoy a sugary wonderland where sweet dreams come true." So it's like a double strap almost. Like when you have it on, the only part you can see is this, but I loved the inside also. And I didn't want to take away from that. And I just realized that the Tokyo Disney Resort part was on there, the little logo. So anyway, I'm showing y'all that because I like the strap on this one too. Also, it can be removed. And then here's the bucket, the actual bucket. It looks like a little popcorn truck with donut wheels. That is so cute. It has donut wheels. Says popcorn in the front in the little window. This is supposed to represent chocolate, the candy canes, just everything's candy. Everything's candy. So, and then here's this side with I guess this is the driver or something. And oh no, this is the person that sells you the snacks off the truck. And then the little Tokyo Disney Resort logo. Let me make sure you can see that in the light. And then Mickey's and Minnie at the bottom. Hot popcorn fresh. There we go. And then the top, y'all, I really love. Let me show you how this one opens. It has a waffle opening. So that's how you open it. It's so satisfying to hear it click. But you open the little waffle part, stick your hand in there and get some popcorn. So I'm also going to use this for some type of supply in this craft room. I don't know which one yet, but it needs to be something that I want to have on display because I want this one out so I can see it. I'm gonna have them both out, but I'm okay with putting many away, and but this one I want like on the shelf. And just for reference, these are now I have 4 popcorn buckets. One I cannot find from last year. It was my Small World bucket, which I love because that was my purple one, but I don't know where it is. And then the other one I have is the Monsters Inc. Doors bucket. So yeah, these are the 2 popcorn buckets. I got 2 buckets, 2 cups, 1 cup noodles, and some washi. This, y'all, was a lot. But I think I did all right this year, even though Jana, you probably saw her the other night joking me in the comments talking about it looked like I bought all of Japan. I still didn't do as much as I see in some of these Facebook groups that I'm in where they show their hauls from Japan. Like, I'm not there yet. And thank you, Deborah, for validating me today. She sent me a reel from a lady who had bought back so much washi that it overfilled her trash can and some of the labels were on the floor. I don't know the number of rolls she had, but I actually, Deborah, I didn't tell you this, but when you sent me the reel, I reached out to her and I actually said to her, "Girl, I only bought 20 rolls and I thought I did something, but you went there for washi." And she wrote me back and she said, "Oh my gosh, I really went overboard." I said, "Nope, no such thing as going overboard in Japan. You enjoy every single roll you brought home." And so she was like, "You too." Like we had a whole connection over some washi tape. So I am grateful to have had experiences just in case things get a little crazy. I'm glad that I went twice already. I don't know if y'all are aware, but they talking about some things right now about how they want to change what tourism looks like in Japan and stuff because of how crowded it is. So we'll see what happens, but as of right now, I'm still planning to go back next year and teach urban sketching, hopefully, as a part of the trip. Oh, that was her first trip. I didn't even ask her that or about that, but thanks for letting me know. Um, yeah, so thank you, Deborah, for this idea. I wouldn't have had the idea to break this down into segments, which made this so much easier, honestly. I know it seemed like a lot, but I would have been in one video talking way too much because I all the stuff you saw over 14 days, I would have had to sit in one video and try to get through, which means that you would not probably have seen everything. So when Deborah said, "I want to see every little thing you brought back," I said, "Oh, I gotta break this down so I can show it all." So you have seen everything except my 2 outfits and of course my gift from Ayaka. And you're not really missing anything, but I did think I wanted to share. Oh, Deborah, I'm so glad that you were able to enjoy this. And again, I love you dearly, girly. Your card is on the way. Let me know when you get it, please. And then to the rest, everybody else, I got some new friends on here now from doing this. Thank you for joining and subscribing and emailing and messaging me. Like, I got new friends from doing this who are also interested in Japanese culture. I've talked to Esther more than I've ever talked to Esther in my life through YouTube. And it's just been fun to hang out with y'all. Like, I literally earlier told my husband, I said, I gotta go live tonight around 9 o'clock. He was like, 9 o'clock? I said, yeah, babe, I've been going live around that time the last couple of days, like all week. He said, well, why you gotta go there? I said, that's when my friends are gonna be on there. So thank you for showing up all these times. And if you ever want to see anything again, they are all saved in an album on my channel called Japan Hauls. Feel free to go back and look at anything or ask about something that you saw and maybe you forgot to. And what's coming next is my journaling of the experience, which I've already kind of started. I can show you this just in case you're not connected to me on Instagram. My love and trail, you are so welcome, Esther. My love and trip passport insert is one of the ways I plan to document the trip. And this is where One of the things I do is I make a list of all the things that represent the trip using the alphabet. And so what I usually do, or what I did do last year, is I just made a 2-page spread and wrote the alphabet out and wrote the words beside it. This year, I want to do a doodle for each letter. And so I started today and drew a bullet train. Oh, look at my bullet train, y'all. It's a little short in the front. It should probably be a little bigger, but whatever. I was looking at a picture that was in motion. I had to screenshot a train from one of my videos, which was not easy. So, but anyways, my goal is to fill this with all the letters of the alphabet. I asked everybody what letter I should do next in my stories, and I got the letter S 3 times. So I'm probably going to skip back here and do the letter S tomorrow. And I can't remember what S was on my list, but I already have the entire alphabet selected. I just asking people what letter they want to see, and then whatever I wrote beside the letter S, I'll do tomorrow. So that's my plan for documenting, for starting the documenting process. That won't be the only documenting that I do, though. I'm also going to do my traditional journaling like this, where you just, use pictures and write about the experience. But I wanted to show y'all real quick that alphabet page that I did last year for last year's trip. It wasn't even that. It's not even my favorite page, y'all. I just was trying to use the letters up from one of my traveler sticker sets. And these were the gold and black ones. I didn't know what I was going to do with them, so they became my alphabet page. So you can see here, and I must have used some of the letters that I drew for something else. I wrote a letter or a word for each letter that represented the 2024 trip. And all the words for 2025, this year's trip, are different from these. So that's an example of what I mean. Last year's B was breakfast bento box. I didn't write box, but the B represented that. And this year is bullet train. So I'm interested in looking at the differences when I finish them all between last year and this year's trip. But I really appreciate y'all joining. I will try to keep y'all updated on my progress with this. Last year, it took me all year. It took me till right before I left this year to finish this book. So we'll see what happens this time. I want to be a little faster. And as we enter into the summer, I'm going to be intentional. Anyways, I love y'all. God bless you. Go to church in the morning. Praise the Lord. God loves you. I do too. We're going to get through this. If you're going through something hard, together, y'all. And I'm looking forward to seeing you again on my channel. Talk to you soon. Bye.